DJ Carey, the Dodger himself. After him there was Ollie Baker. DJ steadying himself, turning it in beautifully and putting it over the bar, and he's now got a goal and 4 points.
That's a fantastic
Now in hurling there's 1,000,001 different skills, but in my opinion there's 5 or 6 that are the most basic but are probably the most important. The 5 or 6 skills that we're going to do are rising. There's 2 ways of rising. There's a roll lift and a jab lift. Striking, blocking, hooking and catching. We do this every night in training. The ones that I'm going through are the same skills that the Kilkenny team will be going through every single night that they go out training. The first skill we're going to do is the roll lift. You bend down nice and low, you roll the ball up and into your hand. And you can just do that all day. Look, nice and simple. Nice and simple. Roll lifting the ball, nice and simple. Ball is coming up to me, nice and simple. When I get a little better at that, I can get a little faster, faster again, and then I can nearly time myself. If you have a watch beside you, just put it down, time yourself, see how many you can do in 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute. I have done about 67 in 30 seconds, so it's slightly more than 2 a second. And as you can see, I have no space really. I haven't moved. I only need a foot or 2. You can do it in your own bedroom or in the hallway, but don't break a window. Roll lifting. We're going to see who can be the best in 30 seconds.
For the purposes of our skills section, we're being joined by some of the lads from my old national school in Gorn, along with my old teacher and one of my first coaches, Dick O'Neill.
Ready, steady.
All the skills I demonstrate here today will also be practiced by the boys in a group session, so you can see how to set things up when you're dealing with large numbers. For the row lift, we pair everyone off, one lad counting while the other lifts, then they swap. Done this way, we can introduce a bit of competition into the proceedings.
30. Okay, very good.
1 per second is a very, very good average.
Excellent. Excellent, lads. That's what you need to do. Get down nice and low. Okay? You often see 2 ways of rising the ball. I rise the ball, roll lift the ball with the toe of the hurl face to the right. You often see people with the toe of the hurl face to the left. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever suits you.
The opportunity to have a big influence. DJ Carey, the hand pass forward towards Charlie Carter. Carly with just enough room and Charlie has knocked it over the bar.
So the second one then is the jab lift, and probably the most common of the lifts, because more often than not you're not going to be standing still and able to roll lift the ball, so you're always on the run. So running onto a ball, and the secret of this is again down nice and low, bend the back, down nice and low, lift the ball up into your hand and you're on the run. Again, once that ball comes into your hand first time. Mistakes are often made, lads trying to rise the ball one-handed. They're not bending their back, they're trying to get down, ball stuck in the ground, hurl stuck in the ground, ball doesn't come up. If that ball doesn't come up first time, you're in trouble. The ball in the hand means you've controlled the ball, your opponent hasn't. He has to take it off you. And it's not easy to take it off you because you have a chance of striking it. Whereas if you're running along and and the ball is not in your hand and it won't come up for you, you're not bending your back. Someone can come in here, give you a shot of a shoulder, you're gone that way, he has the ball, he's going to clear it. Whereas if you're down nice and low, he can't, because you can't get a shoulder to shoulder if you're down. No one can, so it's classed as a push. That's a free. Fellas think, oh, I'm able to rise the ball. Yes, everyone is able to rise the ball. But when it comes to a match situation and when you're moving fast, that's when it's most important. And if you have it inbuilt in there in your brain, that's what you have to do. Nice and low, get down and ball into your hand. You're a long way down the road.
Again, I stress the jab lift is the most common way of rising the ball in a match situation. In my opinion, you can't practice this basic skill enough.
Real slow, lads, it's not at speed. Real slow.
For this exercise, we've split the lads into 2 groups of 6. The object of the exercise is to raise the ball, drop it for the next guy and move on to the next ball. Speed is not the issue here. Concentrate on staying low, raising the ball and moving on. Speed will come later.
Now we're back
That's
in
it.
again. Good. Roll, jab, lift and catch.
Okay, our next set of skills are blocking and hooking. Blocking we'll do first. This is my brother Jack. He's going to attempt to hit a ball over the bar. I'm going to attempt to block him. The 2 most important parts of blocking are keeping your eye on the ball and making sure you get contact with the hurl. So what I did there was just strong, just be nice and firm, get down, keep the eye on the ball. I got ball and hurl. And that's very important because obviously the ball went nowhere. But if you can't get the ball, just make sure you get the hurl. You contact the hurl because in the follow through, you don't want it to hit you in the face. So even if you don't get the ball, you get the hurl. Now what's the most important part of blocking?
Hit the hurl. Get the ball and the hurl. No, try to get the hurl.
The most important thing is the hurl. Why do we want to hit the hurl?
So I won't hit you.
For protection, exactly. So we want to hit the hurl for protection. It's a bonus if we get the ball. Now you want to try and get the ball, but you don't want to block the ball and get the hurl in the face. You have to time both, okay? You must time both, so the important thing is making sure that that hurl can follow and hit you. Okay, you have face guards, but it doesn't matter. The important thing, if you're doing it right, is make sure you're protected. Now, Oliver, I want you to hit the ball and I'm going to try and block you, okay? And I want you to hit the ball as if it's a normal stroke. None of this is here, right? You're now trying to score a game, you're playing for Gorn, you're trying to score a point in a match. So if it goes over the ditch, that's fine. But don't hold back, okay? I want you to hit a normal stroke. And I'm going to come in and block, and I'm making sure I'm getting the hurl and hopefully getting the ball because I'm keeping my eye on the ball. Go ahead. Okay? Well done. Good man. See that? So I can't get hit. Sure I can't. And he can't put the ball over the bar if I block, but at least I can't get hit. Okay? And have a good chance of blocking him.
Now you're aiming for there, not halfway up the handle, just there on his hurley as well. Now you try and strike up in the air, Patrick, and Paul comes in. Very good block. Now Paul, what DJ did a while ago there for you, you've just one little item. DJ bent his knee as well. Why? Because your hurley is straight, his might shoot up there and cut the knuckles off you. If you bend down, you have a better angle. His hurley won't come up your hurley then at all. Now we'll try again, Patrick. Up into the air if you can again now. Just bend down. Much better. Perfect that time. Well done.
Okay. Good. Excellent. Right. Okay, let me do it again. Now, what's happening with you before you strike it, okay? You're going in. Alright, you're not watching. What you want to do is keep your eye on the ball and time it rather than going in. Okay, what you want to do, go ahead. See that? My eye is firmly on the ball, okay? Go ahead again. Blocking is every bit as important for attackers as it is for defenders. Because if your man at cornerback can't clear the ball 60, 70, 80 yards, it means you're still on the attack. So it's not just for defenders, it's for attackers as well. As you can see, nice and strong down on the ball. If you want to go for someone's hand, hurling is not the game for you. Play another sport. The second part of blocking, we call blocking from behind hooking. Now, sometimes you don't have to hook a person just to intimidate him. In other words, if you're behind him, he may think you're going to hook him. Now, as a forward, you always believe you can't be hooked. You always hit the ball and think that you're not going to be hooked. Never believe that you are. And sometimes that's what happens bad striking. You think you're going to be hooked. If you are hooked, you're hooked. It's coming from behind. You try and get a clip on his hurl so he can't hit the ball too far or certainly not too straight. Okay, go ahead. You're going to hook me?
I'll try.
Okay, right?
Oh, easy.
Give me another go. Well done.
That was a good effort, David.
That was a very good. Okay, David. Right, far corner. Who's in goal? Who's in goal? Right, you ready? Good. Okay. Right. Good man, Dave. Okay, everyone in twos. Good. Excellent. Don't worry about him being behind you. Just do it right. Swing normally. Swing normally. That's it.
You concentrate on hitting the ball. Don't worry about Patrick landing at all. Now go, Paul Holden. Right, you see? Now he learned off DJ. He delayed his swing. You were in too quickly. Watch till the hurley goes up and then a little flick on the hurley. All right?
Good.
Well done, Patrick. That was a good one. Good effort that time. You've got to wait till the swing is coming back down. You can't hook it on the way up. When he's coming down to hit the ball, his total focus is on the ball. You then can hook him.
So as you can see, that's a great form of defence, both intimidation-wise because the fella hitting the ball doesn't know you're behind him, and as you can see, when you do it properly, very simple, just get in your hurl there, in to clip his hurl. If you can get near the boss, that's important, but if you can get any part of his hurl, that'll put him off. Remember again, it's the hurl you're after, nothing else. Next up we have catching. Now, in my opinion, catching is quite simple, but often mistaken. A lot of players make the mistake, especially younger players, make the mistake that when the ball hits your hand, then you catch it. I think you don't do that. I think you have your hand moulded so that the ball fits in there, right in there, so it can't come out. If the ball has come from 70, 80 yards and you put up your hand and then try and snap it, it's more than likely going to fall out because you can't time something like that. Can't time it and then snap it. Whereas if your hand is moulded, right in there, the ball fits in. So I think that's where a lot of practice has to be taken, is here to get the ball to fit in that mould. A very simple skill is up against the ball, when it comes down, just practicing to catch it. Or hit the ball straight up into the sky. When it comes down, practice catching it. How we're going to do this is, we're going to have one fella on either side and he's throwing the ball. Okay? He throws it, fella on the opposite side catches the ball. I want to see the hurl up. If you're a defender, what way should the ball be? Hurl should be?
In front.
Out here. If you're an attacker, it should be out here.
Sometimes when you're actually going to catch the ball, you kind of forget sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like,
the
it's kind of
hurl,
hard to do that in goal.
Yeah.
That in
But you
goal.
don't really have to do it. But if you're a defender and you're coming out trying to catch a ball and there's an attacker coming in to pull on it, what you want to be able to do is shove your hurl out there.
Don't have your hand sticking up the hole.
Well, if you have your hand sticking up the whole time like that,
I'll have to do
you're going to get hit. I broke my finger, that finger, a couple of weeks ago because I was trying to catch a ball and I was trying to hold off a defender, but someone else came in and pulled. And I broke that finger. So every time, if you're a defender, it's important, every time you practice against the wall, when you're catching the ball, try and get up your hurl. Or even when you're throwing the ball up in the sky, try and get up your hurl.
Turn
Excellent.
the hand over. That's for the high catch DJ's looking telling you what to do now.
All over
The
your
overhead
head.
catch.
All overhead catching.
That's where you're
okay?
talking about a high catch.
All overhead catching. Excellent.
And Chris, you get into the habit there of a good catch. Don't hold your hand stiff. You know, it's all about timing again.
Excellent.
Oliver, more on the
Excellent.
fingers.
Very good.
DJ's on his way. DJ Carey. Great goal.
The last skill we're going to go through today is striking. Probably the most common question asked of me around the country is how do you strike the ball well? To me, it's a couple of simple things. A couple of simple things done right and a couple of simple things done wrong. It's like in any other sport, hurling is no different. Good striking comes from keeping your eye on the ball. When a fella's striking, and it doesn't matter whether it's a defender or an attacker when he's clearing the ball, you know, yes, you look to see where you want to hit it, but you don't have to be looking at where you're hitting it. You can't do that because you can't hit the ball well if you're not watching it. If you're looking to see where the ball should go, how do you know where the ball is here to actually strike the ball well? Importantly, you keep your eye on the ball. I look at my target and then I want to hit it, but I keep my eye on the ball. I know that that ball has gone straight because I've struck it well. I know that, that's the way I'm lined up. I can do the same thing again. I look at my target and then I want to hit it. I'm looking, and that ball has gone over his head. I know that, but it's gone straight over him. And you'll often find when attackers are going in to shoot, they actually, some goals go in, they don't hit the ball well. If goalkeepers stood up that little bit longer, they may save him. Sometimes defenders don't strike the ball well because they're looking to see where they're hitting it and they're trying to pick a fella out in the middle of the field. Just keep your eye on the ball and you'll be surprised how much your striking will improve. If you can hit the ball head high, left and right, by watching the ball, okay? See that? Watch that ball. Look at that, excellent. Okay? Don't worry about how hard you hit it, okay? Just hit it straight at me. Good, again. Hold the hurl a little bit shorter now. Excellent. Look straight back at me. Right? Every time. Okay, left hand. Good man. Now that's the side you have to practice with, okay? Again. Look, excellent. Do you see that? It comes out of the middle of the boss every time. Again, if I want to score a goal, I only know where I want to hit the ball. I don't have to hit because I know it sounds very stupid, lads, but I can't ask the ball to come back, can I? So you may as well get the best advantage out of it, and that's by keeping your eye on the ball. Good. Excellent.
That's a good shot, Chris.
Excellent.
Well caught.
Very good.
Now the same back. That's it.
Well done. Excellent catch.
Chris, hand pass.
Younger kids find it harder to concentrate, but they love to play a match, so we always do.
Excellent.
During our session with the lads, we covered only a few of the many skills involved in the game of hurling, and it's here in a match situation that we see those skills in
Who's
action.
going into block to keeper, lads?
They've practiced them all afternoon, and now they're using them in a game.
Well done, Vinny. Good goal.
It's all down to practice. All your favourite inter-county hurling stars are inter-county hurlers in the first place because they practice, and they still
done.
practice.
Oh, excellent.
A section of every Kilkenny training session is devoted to practicing the skills, and it's the same in every other county.
Wide ball.
And it's the same for you. You'll get out of it exactly what you put into it.
Oh, what a goal.
At the risk of sounding like a broken record, it's all down to practice.
Okay, this is my brother Jack. What we're going to do now is we're going to do some blocking and hooking. The most important thing in blocking, two of them are, you keep your eye on the ball and make sure you get the hurl. So if we go through it now, he's going to try and score a point. He doesn't do it too often, but he's going to try and score a point, and I'm going to try and block him. Okay?
I know it's sick in you.
You went
But the ball went wide, so my defence was good. You're supposed to wait now until I finish on the camera.